All right, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota. And in this video, I would like to speak a little bit longer regarding to the game that we have tomorrow against Villarreal. As you know, everything is in play in that game. The most important is not going to be only in the Alfredo Di Stefano, but also in the game, in the match that Atletico de Madrid has to play against Valladolid. I mean, we have to wait for a slip up of Atletico de Madrid in order to, win La Liga. I mean, for us, there's only one way, and that way is the winning way. We have to win. There's no other chance for us. On the other hand, if Atletico de Madrid loses this game, it's got to be great for us, but if they win, they will win the title. They will win La Liga. So, when it comes to Real Madrid tomorrow, what kind of formation is expected, or what kind of formation we should expect from Zinedine Zidane? By the way, the last formation, or might be the last lineup of Zinedine Zidane as a Real Madrid coach. Okay, in my opinion, tomorrow, the biggest question, the biggest problem, the biggest concern, in my opinion, will come out from the defense line, from the back line. And the reason for that is because Sergio Ramos and Rafa Varane eventually got recovered, so they will be available. I mean, they have been included in the squad list. And for that reason, right now we have 4 center backs. And in my opinion, the 4 of them can be in the lineup. I mean, Militao, Nacho, they are in a great moment right now. They are in the peak of the season right now. But on the other hand, you have to Sergio Ramos, which is the skipper, is the captain. And on the other hand, you also have to Rafa Varane, which is, of course, another, or, is one of the best center backs in the world. So you cannot say no to none of them. I mean, so what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to tell you what is my opinion. I mean, I might be wrong. This is going to be a very difficult decision, a very tough decision for Zinedine Zidane, because if he put to Sergio Ramos and Rafa Varane, I think that he will feel so bad for Nacho and Militao, that they have been playing incredible. They have been performing, insane, and they have replaced to Rafa Varane and Sergio Ramos, I mean, incredibly well. And from that perspective, I think that Zidane will feel so bad for putting back on the bench. But on the other hand, if you don't count on Sergio Ramos and Rafa Varane, in my opinion, he would be hinting the possible goodbye, the possible, departure of Sergio Ramos and Rafa Varane. And the problem is that players like Ramos and Varane, they have been in Real Madrid, in the lineup, not only in Real Madrid, but in the lineup. They have been in all the starting 11s for, 5 or 6 years. In my opinion, that authority that leads to you to lead the team, that is a problem for Zinedine Zidane, because he doesn't dare to put him on the bench. I mean, he's not brave enough to put the Sergio Ramos on the bench and line up, for example, to Nacho Fernandez. And I think that he's not brave enough to sit down to Rafa Varane to put Militao. I mean, Militao and Nacho ahead of Sergio Ramos and Rafa Varane? What do you guys think about that? I mean, I don't know, but I'm not sure if Zinedine Zidane will be brave enough, will dare to put these guys in the lineup. That is going to be pretty much the most important thing tomorrow when it comes to the starting 11 and the lineup and all the stuff. On the other hand, considering and assuming that we are using a 4 backline players, then in the right, of course, in the right back, Odriozola will be there because he's been playing very good. And in the left side, in the left back, Miguel Gutierrez will be there as well. I mean, right now, I can't imagine any other couple, any other player better than Odriozola and Miguel Gutierrez in those positions. I mean, in the right side, we don't have anybody else. And in the left side, we have to Marcelo. But of course, Miguel Gutierrez, in my opinion, is in a better shape than Marcelo. So that's why I think that Miguel Gutierrez will be in the left side. So considering that, we have, two different choices pop up. First one, to play with a 4 players back line, which is very acceptable, or to play with 5 players, not 5, 3 center backs and 2 wing backs. You know what I'm saying? So that way, Zinedine Zidane might solve in one shot the problem of, okay, which one I'm going to use? Sergio Ramos, Nacho, Varane, Militao. That way you can use, for example, say Militao, or even Rafa Varane, and then Sergio Ramos, and then Militao, the 3 center backs. And then you can also use to Miguel Gutierrez as a wing back and Odriozola as a wing back as well. And that way you would only leave to whether Rafa Varane or Nacho Fernandez on the bench. But you can use 3 of the 4 center backs. So it's another option. And then when it comes to the midfield, in my opinion, it's got to be clear. We have to Casemiro, we have to Luka Modric, and also Fede Valverde. If you're using 4 players back line, then Zinedine Zidane could use 3 players in the midfield or even a 4th midfielder. And that 4th, in my opinion, would be Antonio Blanco. But considering that over the last games, he didn't use a 4th midfielder, in my opinion, tomorrow we will play with only 3 midfielders. Casemiro, Luka Modric, and Fede Valverde. Okay? So, and then the attack is got to be pretty much 2 or 3 players, depending if we are using a 4-3-3 or 3-5-2. So if we're using 3 attackers, then Benzema, Vinicius Jr., and Rodrigo Goes have the more chances to be in the lineup. If we're only, on the other hand, using 2 attackers, then, in my opinion, Benzema and Vinicius Jr. again will be in the lineup. And it's not because, aside of Benzema, it's not because Vinicius Jr. is in a great moment. Not at all. Actually, Vinicius Jr., in my opinion, is trending downwards right now. But is the best choice that we have right now. I'm wrong. Maybe Rodrigo Goes. Maybe Rodrigo might be in the lineup as well, along with Benzema. But who else? Eden Hazard? Marco Asensio? I don't think so. So that is pretty much essentially what I do think that Real Madrid might look tomorrow against Villarreal. Whether 4-3-3 or 3-5-2, in my opinion, those are the players who will be on the field. And the biggest question, it's going to be in the defense line, using the 3 center backs or 4, or 2. And just in case there is only 2, then he will have to pick between the 4 center backs, which is, in my opinion, the toughest decision Zinedine Zidane will face off tomorrow. So now let me know your thoughts about that. Just comment in the section below, and of course, subscribe to my channel, Real Madrid Hub.